break tradition now.
You can't break tradition.
Never. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Reps That Count podcast. We are your hosts. I am Valentz.
And I'm Adam. And these are the reps that count. We dive into perseverance, discipline, and growth. And it's the reps that in fitness that make the biggest impact are the last couple reps. You know, that's really the reps that count. So it's the challenges and triumphs that we face on a daily basis that really make us stronger and add up to a meaningful life. So that's what we're going to tackle.
For sure. All right. We do have a great topic today, but before we get to the topic, Adam, the question of the day.
Yes.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Question of the day, Adam. What is something that you've done in the past week that you are proud of?
I showed up for my wife. So she's the one that does like all the doctor's appointments and stuff. Like she's the scheduler of the house. That's her title.
Officially
scheduler. And she got sick and she couldn't get to the doctor or anything. And because technology, I was able to like book a telehealth appointment for her and get her all sorted out and then get the medication and everything. And that's usually her thing.
Okay.
Right? So I was able to help her out. This was just yesterday. So yeah, I got some brownie points there.
Okay.
Because that wasn't my role, you know? Because there's roles.
You got cross-trained.
Yeah, cross-trained. Yes. Yes. And I'm good at like I'm lazy. So I'm good at making things simple. Finding the easy way to do it.
Yeah. The easy way. Good job, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you?
I played electrician yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I installed like a light switch, like one of the smart light switches.
Yeah.
Let me help you with what up.
Oh, it has to be a certain direction. Oh yeah, that sounds way louder.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I
got you. Yeah, no, but yeah, I like installed like one of those smart light switches because like the light switches in the new place don't make sense, like where they are. Like to turn off the lights in the living room, you have to like walk all the way towards the kitchen.
Turn the lights down low.
But yeah, so I did that. But then I also wanted to like circle back to last week's.
Tell me. With
the like reading to the kids at the daycare.
How'd that go?
Dude, it was awesome. I could like ride that wave for a while.
All right, break it down.
So like boom, right? I walked in. I'm like, hey kids. But like I was already like in character. You know what I mean? Yeah. You feel me? Like I had the voice of a presenter.
I love it.
And the teacher was like, "Oh, he's got a great voice." So I'm like, "Don't hype me up." But it was too late. She already hyped me up. But yeah, I just sat down in the chair and like all the kids, took their seats. And like my son like just stayed in his regular spot, on the carpet or whatever. And like while I was reading, they were just like all paying attention. And like I approached it like how I usually approach karaoke. Because when I do karaoke, I typically do two songs. Like I'll do like a good song that like only a few people would know, but that one's for me. And then I'll do like a song that everybody knows.
Of course.
So I did 2 books. One of them was 3 Grumpy Trucks, which is like one of Adrian's favorite books. And like as I was reading, I could see him like mouthing the words and stuff.
That's awesome.
So that was awesome. And then I did Brown Bear. Which everybody knows.
Of course.
So
do you do the singing Brown Bear or like Brown Bear, what do you see?
Nah, I don't sing it like that.
So we didn't used to, and then we watch Miss Rachel, and then she does it that way. And like kids pick up on intonations really well. So if it has like a little melody to it, they pick up on it faster. So we started reading it like that.
Okay, like I kind of sing it, but I don't have like a brown bear. Just brown bear. What do you see?
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay,
that's cool.
Okay, yeah. But it was kind of different when I was doing it with the kids because like I would ask them what they see and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah. So that was awesome, man. And like then after that, like the kids came and like gave me little hugs and
That's awesome.
when they ate graham crackers.
That's awesome. It's a great day.
Yeah,
It's a great day.
It was pretty awesome, man. So yeah, that was that.
Very cool.
But yeah, so today we're gonna talk about some important stuff.
Yeah, the non-negotiables. Which the non-negotiables to me are the contracts that we make with ourselves and with others that are unbreakable.
Yeah.
Like binding forever. These things, there's no leeway in these things. Like they're typically not super complex because they're unbreakable.
Yeah.
So I think they're really important, and it ties into principles and it ties into priorities really well, because that's what you base your non-negotiables on. So I just wanted to go over them for fitness, for mental health, or for mindset, and then for relationships.
All right, so like I don't think I've ever asked you this, but like for this topic specifically, was there like a specific reason you chose it for this week, or was it just like was there something that happened, or you're like, all right, let's talk about it, or you're just like, this is a good one to talk about?
Yes, there is a specific reason. Recently, I've been feeling really good.
Okay.
And I think it's because my why, my principles, my priorities are pretty black and white right now. And it all comes down to these non-negotiables. And it makes every decision in my life a little bit easier. So the closer I can get to these non-negotiables and these principles on a daily basis, the easier my life feels. I don't feel like as chaotic or like I have to make a bunch of decisions, because the decisions are kind of made for you based on these non-negotiables.
Yeah, it's like a guideline, and it's easier to say yes or no to something.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I had another thing I wanted to tell you.
Tell me.
Right before we dive into this is something that happened yesterday.
Tell me.
The CrossFit Open workout was going on.
Yep.
And I had a conversation with one of your members, Edmund.
Yes.
Edmund.
eBay.
Yeah, eBay. Yeah. And dude, he had such great things to say about you.
He's amazing. So not me.
Nah, he was just, like, I'm just talking to him, and like he's just basically saying like how awesome this place has been for him, like mentally, and he's been here since like July. I'm like, yo, like, did you like see any different? Like, and he pulled out his driver's license. Yeah, and I was like, wow,
50 pounds.
Wow, yeah. I didn't get it. I didn't get a number. He just showed me.
Yeah,
and I saw it. That's awesome.
It's like one of those, like, that's like my pride and joy. That, like, he's always so positive, and this is like the happiest hour of his day.
Yeah,
like,
he said
loves being here, and he's so receptive to feedback. And like, if I say something, like, he went through our 21-day nutrition challenge.
Okay.
And he took it so to heart that it changed his life. Like, it literally changed his life.
And that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, and like, not that it doesn't go that way with everyone, That only happens a handful of times, I wish it happened with everyone, but it only happens a handful of times. So it's so rewarding and fulfilling to see that, it's amazing.
Yeah, I just that conversation had to.
That made my day, so thank you.
Cool, man. I had to bring it. Yeah, he was awesome, and he spoke about his job, and like his job is like so stressful, and like he was describing it to me. I'm like, wow, I would be stressed out. I was stressed out just hearing about it, but he was super positive. So I just wanted to give that shout out and let you know. All right,
that's amazing.
Back to the topic.
I love it.
Non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables. So I think we'll start off with fitness. So there's a couple different definitions for non-negotiables when it comes to fitness. One is your minimum effective dose. So what is the least amount of fitness that you can do to at least stay in your current state? So no decrepitude, no steps backwards. So I think everyone needs to figure that out.
Okay.
I know we're always trying to progress forward, but maybe there's some times in our life where that's not the priority. Progressing forward isn't the priority, and it's just maintaining good health.
Not going backwards.
Yeah, and not going backwards. So we have to figure out, all right, what dietary lifestyle do I need to live? in order to make this happen, what's the minimum amount of sleep that I can get to make this happen, recovery, and how many times a week do I need to work out? How many times a week do I need to walk? And write out a plan. And you can have big, lofty goals, but this is the bare minimum that you need to do. It might be 1 workout, 2 walks, and we're just going to make sure that we're limiting snacks to, like 1 snack, like 1 unhealthy snack a day, and having protein with each meal. And then maybe that's it. Because I think we overcomplicate this stuff. And then especially coaches, like you give someone who's never tracked a day in their life this complex macro cycling plan. You expect them to follow it. No, it's like, how can I, make sure that this person still feels rewarded, and that they're on the right track, and it's just taking them from point A to point B.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
No, I love it, but like, is there? All right, so a more simple way, because like we're just a non-negotiable, right? Would be to just decide to cut something out, maybe, right? Or let's say you're like a soda drinker, right? You're like, what if would a non-negotiable be? All right, cool, no soda after a certain time, or coffee. Yeah, that's another one, right? Because you spoke about sleep.
Yep.
Like I don't think you're supposed to have coffee within the last 5 hours before bedtime.
Yeah,
or
I would say
7.
I would say it just depends on someone's caffeine tolerance, but no coffee after noon.
Okay, cool. So like that could be a non-negotiable where you're like, okay, I'm not going to drink coffee after this time. This is the cutoff.
Yes.
And one of the things that in intermittent fasting, I think is like really based on that.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm gonna eat from this time to this time in this time frame. Yeah. I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying like those are
that brings up a good point, because recent studies show that intermittent fasting is actually not superior to just eating all the time. But what it did for people is, if you have a shorter window to eat, you're probably going to eat less food.
Okay.
As opposed to picking on food all day. So it wasn't that the diet itself was superior for weight loss. Maybe it's superior for cellular regeneration and stuff like that, but for weight loss, it's if I only had 8 hours to eat, maybe I only did have my 3 meals rather than 4 meals, 2 snacks, and all that.
Yeah, that late night, grab a little something. Okay.
Yeah, so I like the way you put it. So you pick what area what area in your life you want to improve, and then you come up with these non-negotiables. So like you said, if it's sleep, no coffee after 12, no blue light 2 hours before bed, like these things.
And it has to be like a hard just stop. So I think that would be like a nice way to approach it, like especially like on the health like level, just having cutoffs for certain things. So,
and if your non-negotiable is consistency, then having backup plans. And this is actually my nugget, is you should have a couple workouts in your pocket that you can do with very little equipment, very little warm up. Like I have one, it's like a 20-minute EMOM. I have a ski erg in the house, so it's like 1 minute 10 calories on the ski erg, the other minute 10 burpees, and I just go back and forth for 20 minutes.
Ski erg? Why would you? That's not even something I would want to like mix up together.
It did suck. I did it on Thursday because I was off, and it was pretty poopy. But the ski erg, that's like my little cardio equipment at home, and it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Mine is just like push-ups, sit-ups, and air squats.
Yeah, so that's like a no barbell Cindy. I mean, no pull-up bar Cindy, which is perfect.
That's it. That's like whenever I need to just do something, I just like put a time limit. If I only have 15 minutes, I'll do 15 EMOM or every 30 seconds or whatever. Of a certain amount. So
having those in the back pocket, or like, hey, I didn't make it to the gym today, I'm going to walk 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can still check that box.
Yeah. And also having like a routine set where it's like, all right, I'm not going to do such and such until I do this. Like the first thing I do in the morning is going to be stretch for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And every morning I'm going to do that. I actually knew a weightlifter, Kobe Rhodes, young dude, and he would just do like these routines every morning. He was an amazing lifter. Like, and he would just wake up. Like he would just have this thing. You can see it on his YouTube. It's just a routine every single morning.
I think there's a lot of power in that. It's habit stacking where, like you said, I cannot brush my teeth until I do this thing that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So my day literally can't start until I do this thing.
But then I have to start my day, so I got to,
so I got to, so there's a lot of power in that. And also, routine creates anchors. So like, as a weightlifter, if you walk up to the bar the same exact way every single time, it puts you in that mindset to go. You could do that with your mornings, like a certain song, a certain this, a certain aroma, and you can anchor these things to a certain mood that you want to be in. So I love that. I got to start doing that again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power in that.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So we had the nugget.
Yep.
Have your small quick workout for emergencies. And you could do those like when you travel too, like in the hotel rooms and stuff like that.
All right. I hate that when people are like, "Oh, I was away for a week." They didn't have legs where you were at. You left your legs at home.
And most hotels have a fitness center. Like the worst hotels I've been to.
Like I could wreck my life in 5 minutes with no weight at all. Completely wreck my life.
You could do something. You didn't feel like it. Just say that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to mindset.
I actually stole this one from you.
Okay.
Because you were shoving the 7 habits of highly effective people down my throat.
I didn't shove it.
No, I'll joke. I love it so much.
Yeah, but like you're in the same boat that I was.
Yeah.
Like we both started the book multiple times. It was like, good, this is boring. I can't get Pat, but yeah.
I'm such a big fan.
It's awesome.
It's so good. But having a principle mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So this ties into non-negotiables really well, because if everything is anchored to your principles, then it makes these decisions that much easier.
So much easier.
So you don't, if I say that if family is really important to me, and I mentioned this before, but I'm playing pickleball 4 hours a day instead of hanging out with my son or teaching him something, then I'm going against what I said was really important to me. So laying out those principles is really important.
Yeah, 100%. And like for me, like one of my non-negotiables is like, it might sound weird or whatever, but like staying away from negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has been like key, I think, in my life, just because I've learned the power of words and just like, I'm going to sound like, everybody else on the internet, but like manifestation or whatever. Call it whatever you want. Some people call it prayer. Like just realistically, it's just putting words and energy into the atmosphere.
I'm just playing with it.
There we go.
There we go.
But yeah, just like putting like words and like bringing things into your life. I feel like energy like is important. So like when like negative energy and negative people and naysayers are around, like I can't necessarily be around that. And I've also learned to not try to change them or try to like, explain, hey, yo, you shouldn't speak like that. Just be like, hey, man, just stay over there, basically.
What took me a little while to do is not feed into it.
Yeah.
Like there's been situations where like someone's talking about someone else and like I've been dragged into this thing that I wasn't even about. You know, I might have thought the person wasn't great, but
Yeah,
it didn't mean I had to get involved in any sort of way.
Dude.
And I'm like, why'd I even do that? But that's that's that energy rubbing off on you, man.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I got to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't. You can just, hey man, you know what? Listen, you're both right.
Yeah, I love that.
In some way, you know, your perspectives are different, but they might be both right.
Yep.
Depending on you choosing to look at it, you know, however you look at it, and I'm not gonna get involved.
Yep.
So yeah, that's like my non-negotiable. Just be positive in every single aspect of whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's been working out
good.
Pretty well.
Mine is, and I took this from Greg McNone, Essentialism, which that's the book that really, if there's one book that changed my life for the better, it's that one, Essentialism. Is The Power of No. I was just such a yes man.
Yeah.
And no's my favorite word, just because every no you give for the stuff that doesn't serve you leaves room for all this love and abundance in your life. But you have to be able to say no in order to even receive that.
The other beautiful thing about no, right, is like sometimes you say yes to doing something you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then like sometimes people say yes and then they'll cancel like on someone, and like that just kind of makes you look bad.
Yep.
Like it's just always better to just say no up front if you don't want to do something or don't plan on doing something, because like if you say yes to somebody and they're relying on you and they're waiting on you to come through and then you don't, like that hurts.
I'm finally there. I've said no so much that people don't even ask me anymore.
That's not what I'm saying. No.
But it's good, because when I do say yes, it's because I choose to
say, okay.
Yeah, like and then it even makes it more special when I do say yes.
Yeah, because
they know I don't say yes to everything.
Yeah. All right. So what else we got on that?
Nugget, in order to figure this part of it out, which is your non-negotiables, you would have to lay out your mission statement, lay out your principles, lay out your priorities, write all this stuff out. Like, I am the kind of person that does not drink coffee past 12 and does not like, and you really have to write this stuff out, because if not, there's just a lot of gray everywhere. So you don't know what your non-negotiables are unless you really dive into some self-reflection and what that could be. So I would take some time, and it's going to take a long time. So do like maybe 3 to 4 hour blocks where you're just only working on this stuff, and lay out what your values are and what's important to you. And that's how you'll get to your non-negotiables. And
then look for examples too.
Yeah.
And, like one of the questions you could ask yourself is, what type of person does such as that? Like, what type of person lives this way? Like, one of the things I've been asking myself is like, what type of person drives a Lamborghini? Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Like, and I know legit, you want to yours. Yeah. I legit like plan on going to like the Lamborghini dealership and asking them, yo, who buys this kind of car? Like, I need to know that, because I don't even know if I want the car. I got something for you. Yeah, you do? I got something for you. All right, cool. I asked the question. Yeah. I need to find out, because I got some. I want it. And it's weird, because like I want a Lamborghini, but I also want it to have like space for the car seat for my son. I think that's the most baller thing ever. I know, dude. Like, I don't know, a Lamborghini that only like you and some tiny person fits in is okay. Yeah, but like having a baby seat in the back, that's dope. That's dope. That's awesome, and that's what I want. You didn't sacrifice anything at that point at all. See, I'm principle driven. I'm like, my son first. I love it. So I need the Lamborghini, but my son comes first. Car seat in the back of the Lamborghini. So I this is completely off topic, but I was picturing what I want my life to look like 3 years from now. And there's a boat in that picture. Okay. And I wasn't even a boat person, but there's a specific memory that I have 2 years ago when
me and my wife took our son on a boat, and he was in like heaven.
Okay.
The most peaceful he's ever been. And then we took him out with Ari like 6 months ago, and again, just like he's a water baby.
Okay.
So I was like, I picture myself spending a lot of time with my family on the water. So I don't know exactly how we're gonna get this boat, but I know 3 years from now we're gonna have a boat.
Okay, there you go. And you have plenty of examples, especially in Florida, plenty of examples of boats and people who owns boats. So
yeah,
you already have
owning
the
a
truck.
boat sucks. I put a hitch on it this week for this boat.
For the boat
for 3 years from now.
All right, you might get it in 2.
Yeah,
or in 1.
There's gonna be a boat here next week, but
yeah, a boat is coming real soon.
There was this deal, babe.
It just happened. It fell in my lap. All right. Next up,
relationships.
Yeah, man, another important one. Non-negotiables in relationships.
All right. So I think a lot of people get into trouble in relationships, including myself. I'm the number one culprit for not being clear with what I want, not listening to what she wants, and leaving it all in the air to chance.
It's like you're approaching relationships like art. You're just like
abstract,
all right, leaving it for yeah. You just take it how you want. I'm gonna say what I want, but you could take it how you want, and then whatever you say, I'm gonna interpret it my own way. Like it's art. It's a Picasso.
Yeah, man. Like we avoid. I think us people in general avoid so many conversations that should be had.
Yeah, because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it's like. Yeah, it's like cutting onions. Like, it makes you cry, but it makes the food taste great.
Like, we gonna keep spending this money we don't have, or we gonna talk about this? Like, that's one of them.
Yeah, and that's the most important one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finances.
Most relationships ends because of
100%.
financial reasons. Where if there's like a plan or even just lay it out on the table, like this is where we're at. This isn't going the right way, and we need to make change. That's important. So I think being clear with what you need, what they need, and what you guys can do together to get there, and separately to get there, is important. Just laying it all out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Back financially, understanding how your partner views money, right, is important. Like if you're a chronic saver and they're just a spender, like maybe having a shared bank account is not the right thing to do. Right, maybe having 3 bank accounts where it's like, okay, this is bills, this is your spending money, and this is my spending money, or whatever. Right, like a lot of times people feel like there's only one way to approach finances in relationships, where it's like, oh, we're married now, all our money goes in the same boat. Like it does not have to be that way. No. You could keep finances separate.
Dude, I forgot. It's in Asian culture. I'm not going to butcher this because I don't know which Asian culture. The wife gets, where's that? The wife gets access to, like, the husband gives the wife all of the money, and then the husband gets like a stipend. Okay. And she handles all of the finances, like all of the everything. And that's Asian culture.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that in a couple different
cultures,
relationships. I don't know if necessarily cultures, but different relationships. But
yeah.
Like if that works, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but again, like knowing how people view money, and then like just having a set plan.
Yes.
And what's expected. Okay, you have to pay this part and that part. Like it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But have that conversation.
100%. Second would be having boundaries. Like, what do you need to fill your cup? And laying that out there. Yeah. Not being afraid to say, like, you don't have to, just because you're in a relationship, you don't have to let go of 100% of you. Like, if there's something that you enjoy, it's not harming anyone, do that, dude. Like, Like I feel like a lot of times we just hand over everything and then we wonder why we're miserable.
Yeah.
You got to do some stuff for you.
Yeah. Like you're like, all right, in order for this relationship to work, I have to stop doing X, Y, and Z. And the weird thing is, a lot of times, your partner don't even ask you to give up these things.
No, you just assumed.
Yeah.
That
you like, yo, if I stop doing this is gonna make you happy. Like, let's say watching football. You're just like, stop watching football. Because you're like, oh, if I stop watching football, I'll be able to spend more time. But then, like, the whole time you're spending time, you're checking the score on your phone.
Oh, for sure. So that was a big one for my wife, and I had to learn the hard way. It wasn't that I couldn't do these things. It's the way I was approaching them, where I wouldn't tell her until 4 minutes before.
Okay.
Oh, no, like the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I had this thing with my cousin David. I didn't tell you about it. Oh, like
the old switcheroo.
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
Oh, I forgot, but it's too late to cancel. Yeah.
So it was that.
And then
and I'm like, man, they can never do anything, blah blah. And it was like, it wasn't the thing. It was the way I didn't communicate the thing.
But then she would also. So she would assume you don't have plans, and then she would make plans.
Yeah. And
then she would tell you about the plans, and then you'd be like, oh, I already have plans. So now it's a miscommunication.
I was a triple booker.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I know how that feels.
Yeah. I don't do it anymore, but I did that for a very long time.
Yeah. Damn. Like, even now, I still kind of struggle with that. It's not, like, bad. But, like, I will go from, like, okay, I don't have anything going on this week to, oh shit, like I'm late.
Yep.
Like real quick. It's like a real quick thing, man, where it's like, oh, okay, my schedule's clear. I'm chilling out. Like even like today, I'm like, I don't think I have anything. All right, now we're recording the podcast. Yeah. And then I have a photo shoot. Because like
nice.
some friends need headshots. I'm trying to like get everybody like
we're holding this Valentz to this. We're getting a photo shoot done this week somehow.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm thinking, see, now I'm trying to figure out my schedule. He's trying to get me to triple book myself. But we're going to make it happen.
We're going to make it happen.
But yeah.
Okay. Next is actually listening. And we I touched on this a little bit with just being clear, but listening to what your partners, and this might take a little investigating, but what their non-negotiables are.
Yeah.
My wife has to go to the gym. She has to. If not, I'm gonna get a real cranky wife. So like I have to set time outside of work and outside of all this where it's like, all right, I'm gonna take care of Kaden and you are gonna go to the gym, because if not, you know.
Yeah, you gotta allow her that.
Yeah. She has to get her nails done, I think like once a month or something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, but these are these little things, like if I don't set time to let her do these things, because I'll get busy with work, or I'll do a 14-hour day, and I'll do that forever.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to know these, or she needs these things. So giving her time for that, I have to force her to hang out with her friends. Because if not, she'll like, she's like super mom, so she just wants to do the mom thing. I'm like, no, you have to go and hang out with your friends, and she always enjoys it. She just feels guilty when she leaves Kaden and stuff.
Yeah. That's that mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do that when they feel guilty.
Yeah. So making sure to active listening, so you can know your partner's non-negotiables and prioritize those.
Yeah. Damn. Like those are like some great things. Like, do you know what yours are though?
I do have to work out. You know, it is a part of my life. Luckily, I get to do that at work.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like if I worked in an office job, that would kind of be a struggle.
Okay.
I don't know how I would get that in. I would get it in, but it would be harder. Mm-hmm. I have to. No, mine's just working out.
You just need that time to
work out. I need time to write. I need time, but I create this time like early morning before everyone's awake.
Okay.
And, I like 2 nights a week. I just listen to music. Like she's studying, so I could just like listen to music and do nothing. That is my downtime. Like I'll just throw on old albums and stuff, and I'll just dance around my kitchen making snacks. It's my favorite time.
Damn, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like you just like pick some random music.
Yeah.
I feel like when I do that, it's always like some old school.
Yep.
Like something from way back. Like I don't know if I could like really jam out to like super new stuff.
Never.
Like I need stuff that like I could just mindlessly listen
I've been listening to the same stuff since 98.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
I love it.
Yeah, man. So let's get to the nugget because somebody's got to get to work, man.
Yeah.
My dog got to coach. So relationship nugget.
This one I want to do, and we did for a while, for probably the first 6 years of our relationship, 5 years. We would go to Miami every March because that's where we met.
Okay.
And I want to get back to maybe not that one in specific because that was just a different life.
Yeah, Miami's weird too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We would go for Miami Music Week. We met there.
Oh, Music Week.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's different.
It's just different. We're not at that point of our lives right now. But creating traditions, and they don't have to be yearly. They could be monthly. They could be weekly, like a date night or whatever. But creating these non-negotiable traditions, like one of my friend's parents, they came. I only knew them because they came to Miami every summer, and they spent the entire summer together in Miami.
Okay.
Obviously, they have money because how the fuck you do that? Wait, you left work for 3 months?
Those are the type of people that drive the Lamborghini.
Yeah. You didn't work for 3 months? Thinking back.
You're like, wait.
Well,
I was like,
that don't make no sense.
That's not adding up. I can't take 3 months off.
But it became such an important part of his memories. Mm-hmm. So I think legacy comes from creating traditions. And if you can pass those traditions down to, you know, our sons, you know, maybe they would find it important to get away for the summer with their kids.
Yeah.
Or pizza night on Fridays, like
just something small or big. So now basically like you're looking for like a yearly travel plan, but with your son, because it's a different.
Yeah. So I want to establish a yearly one with my son and a yearly one with my wife. Like,
okay.
Somebody else take care of Kaden for a little bit. Let's you know, like you don't have to. Yes, you are parents, but you're also, you know, a couple as well. So prioritizing that. And then, but not. It doesn't even have to be yearly. Like we have pizza Thursdays at our house.
Okay.
We have pizza every Thursday.
Damn.
It's the same pizza. And we look forward to it. That
actually sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's great. We watch a movie and we have pizza, and that's our tradition.
Okay.
So those are non-negotiables.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I need to set some like, I mean, I'm still, you know, like having conversations every Sunday and stuff in my relationship, and like my girl likes to travel on her birthday every year. So now, like, I think that's becoming something that we're planning at least. So I guess this year we're traveling for my birthday for sure to Japan.
Nice.
Like that's been in the works.
That's awesome.
I want to go to Japan so bad. So now, and you know, we just have to figure out where we're gonna go for her birthday. Her birthday is before mine, so two vacations.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm excited.
Japan.
Yeah, I'm learning Japanese on Duolingo.
Yeah.
Gohan. I find like Gohan means rice.
He's the rice.
Like, I guess it just means rice, but like he's a Gohan. Dragon Ball Z character.
Saiyan.
Yeah.
He's a rice Saiyan.
He's a rice Saiyan. Gohan. All right. I think that's it, man.
That's it. I thought this was a good one.
Yeah.
We're back on track.
Almost.
Yeah,
we need to get the schedule like down packed, but this is dope, man. I'm glad we were able to do it this morning. It was low key. Usually we're like rushing and there's like 17 things going on at the gym and like
no, this was good.
Yeah.
I like this.
It's low key. All right. Well,
all right, guys.
That's it for episode. I don't know.
21.
It has to. I was just about to say. I think our podcast could legally buy a drink.
Yeah.
Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. On that note, we out.
We out.
Peace.